I'm Ruthie Dahle and welcome to my channel. This week I'm going to be talking about holding on and how it affects your life. So if you want to know more about this and mental health, then keep on watching. So holding on means different for different people. I recently discovered something about myself, and these are things that I knew before, but like sometimes you know but you don't think about it, and that's exactly what happened with me. And so I in August got rid of like 2/3 of my closet. Usually getting rid of things, or especially clothes, is very difficult for me because I am a fashion designer. Fashion lies so close to my heart, and getting rid of clothes that I know that I would probably use it in the future, but then again, there were clothes that I hadn't touched in over 5 years in that closet, and I decided to get rid of 2/3 of my closet because I wasn't using it, I wasn't reaching for it. Now, why am I talking about my closet, you might ask? Well, the thing is, I never really thought about it. I knew this about other people, but I didn't recognize this in myself, and that is, I was holding on to my clothes, to my toys, to everything. I was like a mini hoarder without actually hoarding. Like, I kept the things and the memories and all of the things that I thought was really important to me and I wanted to bring forward in life. But the thing is, I was holding on to all of that because I was holding on to my trauma. So you see, my trauma literally showed up physically in this physical world. It wasn't just an emotional toll on me, it wasn't a mental toll on me, it actually showed in my life. And when I got through the last bit of my trauma, I let go of everything, and instantly I woke up one morning and I was like, I have to get rid of clothes. I can't have those clothes anymore. And the reason why I couldn't have them anymore is because I didn't identify with those clothes anymore. You see, I got past my trauma and I let go of the old person. I let go of the victim. I let go of being a survivor. I am now me. And so I just had to let go of the things that connected me to the past me. So for me, that was clothes I wasn't using anymore, and I donated most of them. The ones that I couldn't donate, I had to throw away, but 90% was donated so somebody else could have use of it. And if you're watching this and you do the exact same thing and you don't have a lot of budget, neither do I. I kept the clothes that I knew that I could identify with. I kept the clothes that I knew I was gonna wear and that wasn't in contradiction with who I am. And so I kept those clothes. So I have clothes to wear, and now I'm slowly gonna build up my wardrobe. A little by little, I find a piece here, I find a piece there, or I have to save up to something I really want. So if you're deciding to clean out your closet, keep some clothes so you have until you are completely renovated your style, if that's what you're doing. My style didn't change overnight, basically. It didn't. This is the style I was always meant to have, and this is the style that I dreamt of having when I was a kid, but I always pushed it off because I was like, I'm not that person yet. I can't identify with that person yet. I'm not there yet. And I always pushed that style away. But now slowly, the last few years, I have bought more and more clothes that identify with with the new me. So I just tossed all of the old that was before. That's all I did. Oh, and the same with the toys. I went through all of my things that I could think of going through, and there were toys from my past that I didn't need anymore. There were like little trinkets from Kinder Egg. I had them still, and I tossed them away, and I completely gutted my things. And I didn't toss that much because I still had toys that could be used, like Barbie dolls and all of that can still be used. I didn't toss those. When you're going through your things, you need to look at what is actually useful in your life as well moving forward. But the thing is, like, not everybody's holding on moments and how trauma manifests in your life physically. It's not the same for everyone. I know that in the movies they show like binge eating and overeating because you eat your emotions, you eat your feelings, you eat everything, and I know that's true for some people, but there are so many different ways they manifest, and it depends on who you are at core and what happened to you to kind of like deflect that off of your path. So you need to look at how this manifests in your life personally. I'm just sharing what happened to me. So figure that out and then find maybe the root cause of why you are like this or why you have to do this and that. You don't want to hurt other people with what hurt you. And I'm not saying that you do to them what happened to you. No, your trauma can hurt other people even in other ways than it has hurt you. Just because you are hurt and you don't see how that has affected you and the decisions you make, the habits that you have now, and the needs that you think you have but you don't. And it does affect us in so many different ways and we don't see it. I saw how it started to affect my family and the people that were around me, and that's when I decided. I didn't know it was trauma that was affecting this, by the way, that was causing this effect. But I noticed how my behavior was hindering other people's lives. I had to have control over everything in my life because the one thing I wanted to have control over, I couldn't, and that was my trauma. That was my childhood abuse. I couldn't control that, so I had the need to control every part of my life, and I didn't know how to get a hold of it. And that's when I realized, and I was like, no, I need help. This cannot be my life. It was fine before, but now it's affecting people around me, and that is not okay. So I decided to seek help. And me seeking help, that slowly got me to remember my trauma, which started my healing process. So that was good for me. And you know how you think certain things are part of your personality, and that is like, oh, it's just who I am. No, it might be because of trauma. And I need you to remember this. Your personality and what you do today can be caused by trauma. It can be a reaction to a trauma. A trauma response, basically. So it's not your personality trait. It's not who you are. It's not what you do. It's just a reaction of what happened. I know that when we do all of these things, we want to go back and change certain things, but we're holding on because we can't go back and change things. So we are holding on. That's the only thing we know how. The only way for you to fix your past is for you to heal the present and work for the future. That's the only way you can get past it. I know for myself, I've tried again and again to go back and fix my childhood. I am saying all of these things to help you recognize certain things in your life and how it's affecting you and how you can change those things and heal yourself and move forward and be the person that you are meant to be. Because once you're healed, you're no longer fixated on fixing the broken. You're no longer fixated on the past. The past is just a vast memory. It's, yes, you are never gonna forget what happened to you. Our memories don't work that way. We're never gonna forget that. But for me, all of my memories, they're vast memories. When you're moving forward in the new person, the new you, the one you're supposed to be, the one you were meant to be the whole time. So it's not necessarily new, it's just new to you. It just manifested in the real world and it's no longer just a thought in your head. Now, there are certain things that you may not like anymore. You might like new things, but you can still like some of the things that you used to like. So for me, I got rid of half my closet, but I still love fashion. So I'm gonna buy new clothes. But the thing is that now that I'm healed, I see fashion differently. And I know that you have another passion, another interest. I'm just using fashion as an example. I see fashion differently because I don't have those broken childhood eyes anymore. And all of these like new things that I see with my new eyes, as I like to call them, they're giving me new ideas. They're giving me the courage to move forward. They're giving me the confidence to move forward. Now, I'm a person that never lacked confidence. I just pretended to as a way to protect myself, to be the shy kid. That's also a coping mechanism, by the way, to pretend to be shy and pretend to be introverted to the point where you believe you're shy and you believe you're introverted, but it's actually just a way for you to protect yourself because you are actually extroverted, or maybe you are both, and you are more confident than you think you are and you're not as shy as you think you are. But that's just a way of you to protect yourself because shy people and introverts are more invisible, and that's exactly what you want to be. So be aware of that. When I say that's what you want to be, the hurt you wants to be invisible. It doesn't want to be seen. It doesn't want all of that, but the real you wants to be seen, because everybody wants to be seen. It doesn't mean that we need to be seen on social media. It just means we need to be seen by the people that we keep closest to us and the people that has the most value in our life. And sometimes that's family, sometimes that's friends, sometimes that's a significant other, you never know. But the great thing I find about healing and letting go of the things that I was holding on to is that I get to start fresh. I get to start completely over again, to the point where it's like starting your life like for the very first time. And I know that most people don't necessarily have that opportunity, but I feel like I'm starting fresh. I'm starting all over, and I am really feel like I'm rebirth in a way. That sounds weird, but it's true. Like, you are a new person. The real you are able to access the rest of the world. The real you that were hidden underneath all of the broken pieces are now out in the open, and it's actually experiencing the life for the very first time. So yes, it is like a rebirth. It's like a renewal. It's very fantastic, and I love it. When I look back at my healing process and how in every aspect of my life it looked like I was going downhill, just kept on rolling. In reality, I was just being stripped. I was being stripped of everything. Like an onion, I'm being peeled to reveal the core. So I am really thankful for the downhill that I have been through. I'm really thankful for losing everything in life, really, because I got something much better out of it. I got me. No material thing, no money, nothing in this world is more important than that. And so I think that is really great, that I lost everything, but I found me. And I think that was so worth it. Now I feel like it's not heavy on my shoulders anymore. My memories are not heavy anymore. And it's so amazing to be completely healed of that, and healed of the trauma, and kind of moved from being the victim to being survivor to being this, not affected by my trauma. And I love it. Healing is never easy. It's gonna hurt, and it's gonna take time, and it's not something that happens overnight, and it's gonna take effort, and it's gonna take you always pushing yourself, and you always poking at yourself and your memories and your emotions and your feelings and everything that happened to you. It takes a lot, but it's so worth it. And what I want to encourage you today is to look at your life and see in what ways you're holding on to your past and holding on to what happened to you. Because we hold on in different ways, and I just want you to find specifically how that affects your life and how that manifests in your life. I just want to say that you should take my story as an example and not as a rule, and just keep on digging within yourself and figure out how to heal yourself and forgive yourself. Always forgive yourself. We are our own harshest critics, so forgive yourself always. That is all I have for you today, and if you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you have any questions or anything like that, then leave a comment down below and I will get to it. Now, if you want more content like this, then please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will be notified when a video is uploaded. Now, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!